Hi guys, this is your Psychic LG reporting for the United Kingdom. Well, it's a beautiful day over here. The sun is shining. How are you all doing? Apologies for not being on for a little while. I've been really busy. And I just want to talk about energies. I just want to talk about how to navigate through this storm. How we cope with other people's energies. As we start to ascend, we start to realize that we become very sensitive and we become more empathic. We sort of absorb in other people's energies like a sponge. And like I've always said, this great awakening isn't about anything to do with politics and what side you bat on. It's about realizing who you are and why you've come to this planet. That's what it's all about. Excuse the mess in my garden, guys. I'm in the middle of doing loads of different stuff to the garden. But anyway, I want to talk about how we navigate through this. Now, as you know, everybody who knows me, they know that I read for people on a global scale now. And I do people's readings. Also people local who come to my house as well. Mainly online. And I've got to meet over the years some amazing spiritual people. And this is what I want to talk about today. You don't have to have, it's important that you know this, you don't have to have a platform to be, to do your earth work. You don't have to be out there in the public eye. We have got caught up within this truth community of everybody competing about what's right and who to follow when it comes to politics, and it's nothing about that. Remember, everybody comes to this planet for different reasons. Some of you come here to teach, to tell, to heal, to create, to invent, to nurture, to entertain. Everybody has their own abilities because we are spirit beings living in a meat suit. I've been saying this for a while. So I've been talking to some really amazing people over the last few weeks, and I've always known this, but I've come to understand that there's some great ascending masters on this planet, and they're incognito. They're hiding behind the scenes. They may be working in a supermarket, or they may just be doing, the normal type of job. They don't do it for a living. They don't do it for making money. And I do believe angels are walking amongst us. So my message is, it's about believing in you. Yeah? Follow who you are. Believe in you. It's very important, but don't feel that some information that's being given out to you is right. Okay? It's what I feel very strongly is that the truth community has become infected with this hidden snake. I've said this for a while. This is why I've always stood on my own. Yeah? I feel it's as if that, yes, there's some good people out there in the truth community, but there's also this hidden snake which is being it's manipulating truth seekers, and it's giving out false information. So it's so important that you use your discernment in these trying times. It's so important. And like I said, you could be following somebody who maybe has thousands and thousands of followers, but it doesn't always mean that their information is right, even though they claim it's right. Even me, I'm just a girl what's put myself out on here because I've been in this field for a long time. So that's why I feel it's important. I tell you what I get, but you can take that on board or you can ignore it. I'm just a messenger, yeah? But what I'm saying to you is that you all have the power to do this. Each and every one of you. Because once you start going into the public eye, people's ego takes over. people's ego takes over, especially when there's money involved. I'm going to tell you that, especially when there's money involved. And remember, we're living in a very Luciferian, money materialistic world, and that's what makes the world go round at the moment. And I've been saying this for a while, it's the fight of the fittest to survive through this storm as we become more spiritual. So there might be some of you out there what may want to do this, like what I do for a living or other people do for a living. You know, you might want to do it and make money, and that's fine. They're not bothered out there. You know, your angels, you know, in the Milky Way, in the heavens, they're not bothered if you make money or you don't make money. You've got a free pass to do this, as long as you're doing your Earth's mission. But some of you might just want to be quiet behind the scenes and doing earth work or helping your neighbours or your family. And that's important to you. So this awakening is everyone's own individual journey. It's everybody's own individual journey. It's not about following a clique or a cult. You know, it's about using and feeling within here. Yeah, this is what we have to do. I've always said that once you start to get a gathering of people and you're all supporting one side, then it becomes very cult-like. This is what happens, and if you don't go along with that cult, it's sort of like you're outcasted. And I've always been very outcasted because there was no damn way that I was going to go from jumping out of the matrix to then jump into another matrix. Remember, everything is frequency, everything is energy. But this is a message to all you starseeds out there, all you earth angels, all you messengers, all you truth seekers. Believe in you. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. It's about believing and using your heart. If it feels right, it's right. If it doesn't feel right, it's not right for you. We're all being tested, guys. Each and every one of us. Anybody who is on the same wavelength as me will feel that the energy is very, very heavy. You can just feel it in the air. You have to go along with a certain way of thinking. And I've learned so much since I've been on YouTube. I mean, over the last 5 years, you know. I just feel that there needs to be more of a middle within politics, especially in America. Especially. Everything needs to heal. And because we are healing, it's shifting the planet's energy. I just believe that anything to do what's happening now, especially in America, I believe it's the same coin, two different sides. Not so much with the normal Republicans or the normal Democrats. I'm on about the extreme sides. That's what I'm on about. And especially what's been happening recently to do with the abortion issue. I just feel that we have to stand as strong as a human race we can and believe in our beliefs. Remember, it's man who made the rules within religion, not God. And I do believe that things are going to become more extreme, especially to do with everything what's going on at the minute within politics in the United States of America. But I said this. I said that there's going to be ructions to come, and then there's going to be sort of a split to happen within the Republican Party. And it's all about views and law stuff to come out, everything to do with different cases. I said this just a few weeks ago. We just need to look deep within our hearts. It's a tricky one to do with the abortion, but I believe that every woman should have a right. Yeah. I'm also, being a spiritual person, I believe that that child has a right as well, but in the right circumstances. I feel by cutting away, this is my belief, by cutting away a woman's right, I believe that it's going to possibly hit the poorer communities. Yeah, the likes of like Marjorie Taylor Greene, it's not going to affect her. You know, she's a very rich woman, probably mixing with a very lot of rich people. So she can take that viewpoint, all holy and thou. But what about a young lass in a situation who's been raped and she doesn't come from money? You know, does that mean that that girl has to go through that pain of giving birth to a child? There's so many different issues with this. It's such a complex thing, and I personally believe that a woman's right should be a personal belief. It shouldn't be brought into politics. It is man who seeds the child, usually, unless you go to a lab, but it comes from a man. A seed comes from a male, a man. And it seems to me that it's these men, these extreme men within the Republican Party who are laying the law down. And if you step out of the situation and look into it, this is my belief, it's the same penny, just two different sides. We're in the millennium, for God's sake. There should be rights on everything. My understanding is that it's not just going to stop there. I feel that they are going to push for other extreme ways, you know, like sort of no gay marriage and other stuff like that. Comment on the link below what you think. I mean, this is coming from, I was a young single parent, but I was lucky enough, being a young single parent, to have my mum and dad to support me. Not everybody has that privilege. Yeah, so I could go ahead and have my baby boy a long time ago, who's now a beautiful, handsome man. But not everybody is in that situation, and I believe that what we need to understand is that everybody's situation is different. And I did say that we're going to be so tested on morals and rights, and there's more to come, guys. We just need to brace ourselves. We need to stand strong, and we need to speak our truth, but understand that this situation, I feel, is going to get worse before it gets better. It has to break before it gets better. This is us creating new earth. This is what it's about. This is what it's about, guys. So take that deep breath in, try and be around nature, try to keep your feet firmly on the ground, and I'll be back on in a bit and soon. May the force all be with you all. Comment on the link below what you think about everything. But just remember, take your power back. I want to say it's like you are writing your own story. Nobody else. This is your call. And I'll leave that one with you for the day. Take care. And I'll be back on a bit soon. Bye now. Where am I? I think I'm stuck on end screen. Guys, I need to stop doing this asshole travelling. I keep getting stuck in the cloud. But anyway, I'm stuck on my end screen. So don't forget, subscribe to my channel and press the bell for new updates. Us fairies, you know, we're always getting up to mischief. See you all soon. Bye now.